Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At the Forrester mansion, Taylor ends a call with a client. As Brooke comes in, the blonde remarks on her dedication. She's always been a healer. Taylor wonders why she's being so complimentary. Brooke explains she has paperwork for Eric. Taylor will make sure he gets them. I heard you had an unexpected visitor, Nick Marone. Brooke muses. You heard about Nick stopping by. Taylor says Ridge told her. Brooke says it was a surprise. Taylor asks, a pleasant one, I assume. Brooke says it was wonderful to see him again. He's as handsome and charismatic as ever. Taylor ruminates about them always being so fond of each other and sharing a son together. She wonders if Nick's back to pursue her again now that she and Deveridge are back together. Taylor's not surprised that Nick showed up now. It's the right time to make his move now that she's with Ridge. Brooke muses that somebody certainly is interested in her and Nick. Taylor thinks he could be wonderful for her. Brooke says Ridge feels completely different. I suspect that you know that. Taylor asks what she's implying. Does she think Ridge is jealous of her and Nick? Brooke says he has no right to be, after turning to Taylor so quickly. She says she sees clearly now how much she means to Ridge. Taylor hopes Nick's return works out for her. Brooke snarks, I'm sure you do. At Forrester, Carter and Steffi talk business and she shares a sample of Daphne's fragrance for men. He says it's her best yet. Steffi says, we need her back, Carter. Ridge comes in and Steffi says her father agrees. They need Daphne back now. They can't let Hope's feelings interfere with the company's success. Carter understands their commitment to success and asks if they've considered bringing back Hope for the future. They need to back her. But after everything that went down, are they willing to do that? Can they do that? Steffi thinks they're getting ahead of themselves. She, personally, can't forget what happened. Carter complains they think they're the only ones who were responsible. Ridge says, you were the only ones responsible. They're trying to get past it. Carter thinks they can understand Hope resisting Daphne's return. Steffi says they're engaged now. Daphne's not going to do anything. She asks him to convince Hope to get over what happened with Daphne. Carter gets a text from Hope and exits. Steffi says her dad seems distracted. What's it about? He says, Brooke. Ridge tells Steffi he found Brooke with Nick Marone. Steffi gawps thinking he caught them having sex. Ridge says, not that. Steffi says, I don't know. We're talking about Brooke. She wonders why he's so concerned about who Brooke spends time with. Ridge wonders why she sounds like her mother. He complains that Nick will break Brooke's heart. She's vulnerable and he's protecting her. Steffi says, he sounds jealous. She bets Brooke is so happy about this. Ridge tries to deny it. Steffi asks what kind of message he thinks this is sending her mom. At Il Giardino, Deacon admires Hope's engagement ring. He won't say he doesn't have issues with Carter, but this is her call. She wonders if her dad thinks she's leaping into something she shouldn't. Deacon reminds her it wasn't all that long ago they were having drama at Forrester. Are you sure about this, Hope? Hope tells her father she's sure. Deacon keeps prodding, but she asks him to stop. He has nothing to worry about. Deacon teases about how much they could get for the ring. He could use a new pizza oven. Turning serious, he tells Hope if she's happy, he's happy. They embrace, but he looks worried. Sitting alone at the bar after Deacon goes back to work, Hope flashes to a funny scene with her dad. Deacon reappears and asks if they have wedding plans yet. A date. Hope says not yet, but he'll be one of the first to know since he'll be walking her down the aisle. Unless he doesn't want to, since he and Carter came to blows. Deacon doesn't want to be her husband's enemy. He just saw her hurting. He has her back, always. Hope promises. They've worked through everything and are more in love than ever. They're also working together at Forrester, where she's hoping her line will be brought back. She promises Carter's a good man. Deacon can see how happy she is, but reminds her that Carter kissed Daphne Rose. Deacon knows how hurt Hope was when Carter kissed Daphne. When you see your kid hurting, you just want to make it stop. Carter arrives and asks Hope if she wanted to see him. Deacon says, I did. I wanted to get something off of my chest concerning you and my daughter. Deacon wants to make a few things clear. He gives him credit for coming to him about his proposal, but he has to be sure. His daughter is precious to him and all he wants is her happiness. Carter says, so do I. Deacon warns, then don't screw up again. Carter and Deacon shake hands. Carter vows to spend the rest of his life cherishing Hope. His life isn't complete without her. In his head, Carter thinks about Steffi asking him to convince Hope to get over what happened with Daphne. The shimmering morning sun filtered through the Forrester Creations windows, casting long, angular beams of light across the design studio floor. But no amount of sunshine could brighten the tension simmering between two of Los Angeles' most iconic women. Brooke Logan and Taylor Hayes had tried civility, even friendship. But Ridge Forrester, that ever-complicated, ever-irresistible man, was once again the wedge between them. It all began innocently enough. Brooke had sauntered into the studio, her silk blouse pristine, her heels clicking with the confidence only a Logan could command. She was there to check on Hope's new collection, to offer feedback and support. But when she turned the corner, and saw Taylor already perched at the fabric table, poring over sketches and sipping her lavender tea like she owned the place, Brooke's smile tightened. Well, Brooke said, folding her arms. Didn't expect to see you here so early, Taylor? Taylor glanced up, her smile cool. Brooke, I didn't realize visiting my daughter and offering professional insight was on a time schedule. Oh, is that what you call it? Brooke said, tilting her head, because from where I'm standing, it looks more like you're trying to play dress-up in Ridge's world again. Taylor's eyes narrowed ever so slightly. Is that really necessary? Just stating facts. Brooke moved to the table, flipping through a few swatches with practiced elegance. You know, you've been hovering quite a bit lately. Almost like you're hoping Ridge will notice. Taylor let out a sharp breath. Don't flatter yourself, Brooke. Ridge and I have a long, complicated history, just like you and him. But the difference is, I don't need to throw myself at him to be remembered. Brooke raised a brow, her voice dripping with sugary sarcasm. No, because I seem to recall you proposing to him just last week in front of Steffi and Thomas. Taylor's face colored. That was private, please, Brooke cut in. You made a grand declaration of love, expecting him to fall into your arms. And what happened? He hesitated. He said he needed time. You know what that means, Taylor. It means no. Taylor stepped closer, her tone sharpening. It means Ridge is conflicted. Which isn't surprising, given how manipulative you've been, lately, whispering in his ear. Bringing up your so-called destiny every time he breathes. Oh honey, Brooke laughed. If Ridge is still drawn to me after all these years, maybe that says something about us, not about manipulation. Taylor's lip curled. Or maybe it says something about his pattern, chasing after women who enable him. The room crackled with unspoken history, passion, and old wounds. Meanwhile, just down the hall at Il Giardino, the usually easygoing Deacon Sharp was not having a chill morning. He paced behind the bar, barely touching his espresso. His daughter's words still rang in his ears. I said yes, Dad. Thomas proposed, and I said yes. Hope, engaged. To Thomas Forrester, it was the kind of plot twist that made Deacon want to punch a wall or take a long drive into the desert. He couldn't believe it. Despite all the therapy, all the talking, all the trust building, she was tying herself to a man with a history deeper and darker than a Forrester vault. Deacon's thoughts were interrupted by Sheila, who emerged from the back with an apron slung over her shoulder and a smirk on her face. You're gonna wear a hole in that floor, she teased. Deacon didn't smile. Hope's engaged. To Thomas, Sheila blinked, then snorted. Well, isn't that the pot marrying the kettle? This isn't funny, Sheila. I'm not laughing. She poured herself a coffee. But let's not pretend your daughter is some innocent princess being dragged into the dragon's lair. Hope knew what she was doing. She's not a little girl anymore. Deacon slammed his palm on the counter. She's not thinking clearly. Thomas has manipulated her before. He's obsessed, and now she's his fiancée. What if this is another one of his games? Sheila sipped, eyeing him. And what if it's not? What if she loves him? Deacon's jaw tightened. Then I failed as a father. Back at Forrester, the battle between Taylor and Brooke escalated. I'm not going to apologize for wanting what's best for Ridge. Taylor snapped. Best for Ridge, or best for you? Brooke fired back. Taylor took a breath, trying to compose herself. Look, I thought we were past this. The pact, remember? The agreement to not let Ridge come between us again. Brooke smirked. We were past it. Until you broke it. Me. Taylor's voice rose an octave. You're the one who kissed him in Rome. You're the one who moved back into his life like nothing ever happened. And you're the one who can't seem to accept that maybe, just maybe, Ridge is choosing me. Brooke shot back. Oh please, Taylor said, exasperated. He's not choosing anyone right now. He's confused. He's emotionally paralyzed. Brooke stepped closer, inches from Taylor now. Then why do you look so scared? That question landed like a slap. Taylor flinched, and then her posture straightened. I'm not scared, she said quietly, but maybe you should be. Just then, the door opened, and Ridge himself walked in. The timing couldn't have been worse. Am I interrupting something? He asked, eyes flicking between the two women. Brooke smiled sweetly. Oh no, just catching up. Taylor gave a strained nod. Yes, just talking. Ridge looked wary. Well, whatever this is, keep it civil. I don't want to be the cause of another war. As he moved toward the office, Brooke and Taylor exchanged a long, simmering look. This isn't over, Taylor murmured. Brooke whispered back, it never is. Later that afternoon, Deacon couldn't hold it in anymore. He pulled up outside Forrester Creations and stormed into the building, bypassing reception. Security raised a brow, but everyone knew him. He wasn't there to cause trouble, just to find his daughter. Hope was alone in her office, sketching wedding dresses on her tablet. When she looked up and saw him, she smiled, but it faded quickly when she saw his face. Dad. Deacon closed the door. We need to talk. Hope set her tablet down. If this is about Thomas, it is, he snapped. You said yes to him. Just like that. Hope sighed. It wasn't just like that. I've been thinking about this for a long time. Have you? Deacon's voice cracked. Or has he been thinking for you? Don't do that, she warned. Thomas has changed. He's said he's changed, Deacon countered. But has he really? You know what he's capable of. You remember what he did with the mannequin, with Douglas, with you. Hope's voice lowered. I also remember that he gave me space, that he's been supportive, that he's been consistent. Deacon stepped closer. You're not just dating him now. You're planning a future. What about Douglas? What about Liam? Have you thought this through? Hope I have, she said, standing now. And I get that you're concerned. But this is my life. Deacon exhaled, his chest heavy. I just don't want to lose you. You won't, she said gently. But you have to trust me. Deacon stared at her, then turned toward the door. I'm trying. That night, at Il Giardino, Ridge showed up unannounced. Deacon was wiping down tables when he walked in. Ridge, Deacon muttered. To what do I owe the pleasure? I heard about Hope and Thomas, Ridge said, straight to the point. And I know how you must feel. Deacon gave a hollow laugh. You think you know. I've been through it too, Ridge said, watching your kids make choices you don't agree with. It's hard. You mean like Steffi, choosing Finn over Liam? Deacon jabbed. Ridge didn't rise to the bait. I'm not here to fight. I'm here to say I get it. And maybe we don't like it, but maybe they're adults. And maybe we're not always the ones who get to decide what's best. Deacon nodded slowly. You sound like a man who's trying to convince himself of something. Ridge paused, then said, maybe I am. At the Forrester estate, Brooke stared out at the night sky, glass of wine in hand. She thought about Taylor, about their argument, about Ridge, and about the strange dance they kept performing. Decade after decade. A soft knock came at the door. It was Ridge. Can we talk? He asked. Brooke stepped aside. Always. He stepped in, looking conflicted. I saw Taylor earlier. She's struggling. Brooke kept her expression neutral. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Bold and Beautiful Update YouTube channel for more update news.